they may start to participate in the run, but you can see. All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. I want to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. A lot has gone on today, so there's a lot to talk about. We cover Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel, so if that's content you're interested in, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button and the notification button as well. And of course, if you like this video, please smash the like button and feel free to drop a comment below. So there's still a couple hours left in the trading day today, but I want to go to the Bitcoin miner big board and take a look because there's some mixed results today. So you can see on the board, there's a bunch of red, there's some green, and this has been fluctuating all day. Bitcoin has actually been trending down since the middle of the night last night, and in specific, it's been trending down all day since the market opened. And it's pretty much at or near its low on the day right now with a couple hours left in the market. You'll see some green on the big board, and you don't see any big moves to the downside with most of the larger established Bitcoin miners. There are a few miners that are having a bad day, but other than that, everything is pretty much plus or minus 2% of zero today. So that's a pretty tight trading range, especially for a very downward trending day. And if you remember, I felt that we did not get enough price action on the Bitcoin miners yesterday to the upside. And so today, they're definitely underreacting to this downward pressure. So there's a little bit that has balanced out here over a 48-hour period. A typical day like this with Bitcoin down all day, in the past, we've seen these miners down 6%, 8%, 10% or worse. So to see some of them actually green today definitely tells you that we're making up some of the lost ground here today. It also tells me that people don't have confidence in this short-term downward trend today. So right now, CleanSpark is up 1.84%. That is the leader on the board at the moment. CleanSpark's been green most of the day. In addition to that, you'll see any is down over 9%. So this is 2 days in a row that any is way down. And I think that that is indicative of the fact that people are having a hard time digesting the press release. I did a video on that a few days ago, and the thumbnail is called Game Over. So I think the doubt is creeping in on that press release with any. They were up 31% the next day after that press release, and now they've had 2 big down days in a row. So it feels like they're just pulling back to where they were. Okay, so again, this is not the end of the trading day, so these numbers will change by the end of the day. But at the moment, we have a mix, mostly a little bit red, but a few a little bit green. All right, let's go to the Bitcoin chart. So this is the Bitcoin chart for today on the 15-minute time frame. So each one of these candles represents 15 minutes. So I'm going to go back right here. You'll see this light blue line, I guess you would call it. This was yesterday's close. So this was when the market closed yesterday. Bitcoin was at about 44,205. So we are now trading at 43,065. So we're down about 1,200 points. In the middle, overnight last night, we got up to 45,500. Just in this 15-minute candle that we're currently in, which is now going up, we were as low as 42,737. So you'll see it's been a big swing, and you can just see it's obvious from the peak last night. Bitcoin has just been going down ever since. You know, we've been doing a little stair steps, but they just keep going down. Bitcoin had an incredibly good day on Friday. It was sideways on the weekend, and it had a very good day yesterday. That's really a 4-day run where Bitcoin was up substantially. So it looks like it's taking a breather today. At the moment, Bitcoin's down about 2.7% from where we closed yesterday. So again, I just want to highlight most of the miners are doing better than Bitcoin's doing today. So I had the reverse complaint yesterday. The miners did not go up nearly as much as they should have, but today they are not going down nearly as much as they should. So hopefully somewhere along the way this all works out in the wash and these miners end up behaving the way they're supposed to. So we've been heading down towards this pink or purple, whatever you want to call it, line here at about 42,400. This was the bottom of the flash crash on December 3rd. So if I zoom out just a little bit to the 30-minute time frame, you'll see we crossed above this line late at night on February 6th. We retested it the next day on February 7th, and then you'll see we headed up dramatically from there. This line's at 42.4. We got up to 45.5, and now we're headed back down. So to me, I will not at all be surprised if we test this line. We're most of the way there. So I'm expecting just a little more downward pressure, but I am expecting this line to hold. So again, I don't know that, but from everything that I'm looking at, it looks like today we're having a little natural pullback, and I think this was a pretty strong line, and I'm expecting it to hold. If it doesn't, well, you can see we've got an awful lot of lines below this. So the next line would be somewhere around 40,000, 40,500. So, and I think that is a crucial line to hold. We need to stay above 40,000. And really, it would be nice to bounce off of this line and basically stay above 43,000, being that we were just over 45,000. This goes back to November 10th when Bitcoin hit its all-time high at $69,000. And you'll see there's a line of support here dating back to December 13th that we touched several times before we broke below it on January 4th. Once we broke below this line, we have been below this line ever since. This is the line we're shooting for at around 45,400. We want to try to get above this line. And again, we may go down and retest our short-term $42,000 line. I am expecting to go back up and start testing this line and hopefully breaking through this line. I'm just going to show you a few of the indicators as to why I believe we are now in a bull run here with Bitcoin. So this is the RSI on the 1-day time frame, and I very rarely bring this up, but an extremely significant event occurred a few days ago, and that really was a gigantic signal that we're back on a bull run. So I've got a green trend line starting on November 9th. That was when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, and you'll see that the RSI has been on a descending channel ever since. So we've tested this line several times but have not been able to break through until just a few days ago. On February 3rd, we broke through this line. And then you can see once we broke through this line, this was down at 36. It skyrocketed. For me, and again, this is just the way I read this bull run last time, if you look right here, I just drew a line basically at the RSI 50 level. So you can see the last bull run, if you follow the chart, once this crossed over 50, and again, it skyrocketed right above, that was on this day, and that was September 30th. So that was, remember, the last day of the bear cycle in September. By September 30th and then by October 1st, the RSI was up around 58. So essentially, this bull run took place above 50 on the daily RSI. We're staying comfortably above 50. What I would be hoping for is a similar trend where we have a period of time here that we stay above this $50 line and make another bull run up towards potentially, the last time we did this, we did reach Bitcoin's all-time high. So I don't know about that, but I do think we're looking at some bullish signals here big time. You'll see that we had a crossover on the daily MACD on January 28th. So that's basically this run right here since we've had that crossover. So obviously that's a bullish sign. It seems to be holding up. We're very green right here. So nothing is certain. This is not a guarantee, but these are two very strong signals, and there are a lot of other signals as well. The last one I want to touch on just very quickly is the Fear and Greed Index. We are now neutral in the Fear and Greed Index. We have been between fear and extreme fear for the last probably 6 to 8 weeks. So this is the very first day in the year 2022 that we are not in either fear or extreme fear, that we've hit neutral. So this is another very, very bullish sign. And you'll see we bottomed out at 33,000. So we're still up $10,000 already. By the time we get to neutral, the bull run is usually on. So just quickly, I'm going to go through a couple of Bitcoin miners, and I'm going to be real quick because I'm running a little bit long right now. So I wanted to take a look at Riot. You'll see this is Riot since the low on September 29th. And remember, we had this trend line, which is this purple line indicating Bitcoin's low on the previous little bear run that we had in September. So you can see since then, Bitcoin ran way up ahead of Riot, and then Riot caught all the way back up to it somewhere here in this November 10th range when Bitcoin hit its all-time high. Riot participated in that and caught all the way back up and actually passed Bitcoin. Then they kind of stuck together for a while. And then here on December 3rd, which is the flash crash, you'll see that they started to separate. And they've been separating ever since, more and more. So since the flash crash on December 3rd, Riot has lagged Bitcoin substantially. Since that day, Bitcoin is up 4.8% and Riot is down over 30%. So that does not make sense. So for me, Riot is extremely oversold. So in my opinion, during this next bull run, Riot will make this gap up just like it did last time. You can see it was a very similar set of circumstances in September and October. So again, this is not financial advice. I can't tell you with certainty that that's going to happen, but it does look like it's setting itself up that way. So to me, I believe there's some significant upside in Riot. I did a video on Riot a few days ago. They released their January results. They were very good. So if you want, you can check out a deeper dive on Riot in that video. But again, here I just wanted to point out the massive discrepancy between Bitcoin's performance and Riot's performance. And Riot as a company has been doing well. So there's nothing fundamental underlying here that is making this a lagger. And then I'm just going to look at one more here. This is CIFR mining. Now remember, CIFR has somewhere between 13 and 19 exahash of mining rigs under contract. They're expecting to have all those installed by the end of 2022, possibly beginning of 2023. So sometime within less than 1 year, they're planning on being somewhere between a 13 and 19 exahash company. So that is going to make them one of the larger companies in this entire space. Having said that, right now they're mining virtually nothing. This company just started. Their shipments just started coming in. I think the market is a lot less forgiving right now in this bear run, and they're a lot less willing to put money into something that's not going to be showing profitability for some time, not even really revenue at this time. So you can see, again, this was September 29th. CIFR and Bitcoin were right here together. Since that day, they have just parted massively and never gotten anywhere near each other. So all this giant void is the lag that CIFR is having versus Bitcoin. And again, no real news. Unfortunately for them, for most of that period, they didn't have any Bitcoin mining machines, so they weren't mining anything. So, no hash rate, no Bitcoins mined, and the stock has been taking a hit for it. Now, the question is, if they can get all these machines delivered, installed, and operational in 2022, this stock should catch up big time. So that's a big if, and again, this is not financial advice. I don't know if they're going to be able to do what they say they're going to be able to do. We've seen a lot of other companies, almost all the Bitcoin miners, struggled to hit their target hash rate numbers in 2021. So we'll see what 2022 brings. But at the moment, Bitcoin is up 4.87% and CIFR is down 72%. That is a monumental amount of ground to pick up. So we'll see. Can CIFR turn around? I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. I think that for as long as they're not generating revenue, it's possible they'll continue to go sideways. They may start to participate in the run, but you can see Bitcoin has had this big run right here, and CIFR really has not participated in it at all so far. So we'll have to see what the future brings on CIFR. I'm closing out the video still with an hour left to trade in the day, and Bitcoin is at around $43,000. So we'll see what happens the rest of the day. Best of luck. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.